Okay, after all the practice, this is another little revisit on the text, looking at things to spot quickly so you can answer your question 3 on paper 1 for November 2019, the Zoe text. Here I've chosen the first sentence of the first paragraph, which is a short sentence, which is the opening setting and the scene. It is focused on the snow, not a character. So there's lots of things we can talk about for that bit. The second part I'm going to talk about is the first change in the text when the paragraph gets down to one sentence as a paragraph, because there's a definite a change in the text that you can spot as a pattern. And the last part I'm going to talk about is the last paragraph, because as you can see it is a very large paragraph and I've highlighted lots of negative words in there, lots of violent verbs and things like that, so I can talk about something there. Again, this also brings us back to the snow as the total whiteness faded to grey and then to black. With just some symbolism in there as well, if you're good at spotting symbolism. So here's what I've done. Using our graphic organisers, I've done 3 specific ones because I want to just make 3 comments or 3 examples. So the first one I've put here at the beginning, we focused on the first sentence. I should have put the snow. We focused on the snow. It was snowing again. Okay, so it was snowing again. It's the focus on the snow. The idea that that first sentence is a short sentence, it's immediately focusing on the snow itself. So I've put the focus is on the snow. That's the method. The snow is introduced because it's snowing, but it's also showing the importance of that, almost like it's a character because they're introducing the snow first. Then they then zoom into that in that first paragraph. It's setting the scene, so the setting is also a method or a technique because they are setting the scene to be calm and tranquil, to have a nice positive atmosphere. Then when I'm saying it's creating that atmosphere, it's showing us the atmosphere from Zoe's perspective. So it shows us that she's got a positive perspective. She is seeing all of the positive things about that. So that's the first bit that we can explain. The second bit that we can explain is where it changes on line 20, so being nice and specific, because the focus shifts or zooms in to this is perfection. This short one sentence paragraph emphasizes the importance of pace because it brings it right down to one paragraph, which is one line, which is 3 words, which makes it faster to read. That's why it's giving us faster pace, because it's all of a sudden from the nice gentle snow we come to this is perfection and let's get going. So there's 3 bits of dialogue there that you can talk about, but I wouldn't quote every single bit. So this shows us the change in the text. It's looking at pace. It makes it from short to fast, from slow to fast. It's the perspective focus because it's showing that Zoe is definitely focused on the positive because she's calling it perfection. It seems like she's almost ignoring any negatives to do with what's in those surroundings. The last part I've picked up here is that she's got a positive tone in that dialogue, emphasising her positive feelings. Okay. The last bit, again, as I've mentioned, a circular structure. At the end, the writer uses many moving, violent verbs to show turmoil for Zoe. For example, roaring, drowning, and scrambling. So they've used those violent verbs, but they've listed many verbs in there as well, listed many negative words. And that listing plays on the pace, so it increases the pace even though it's a really long paragraph. And that creates more tension for the reader because we feel anxious for Zoe. She's being thrown and tossed up and moved around upside down. Okay, then we've got the negative tone because the atmosphere has changed because now she's in a state of panic. So that gives us the idea that this is the climax. This is the big event that's happening in the text. And that's the build up to the end. Is it the build up to the end of the character? Again, that makes the reader question, so we can talk about that. And the idea that it's a circular structure with a cliffhanger because we don't actually know what happens at the end. It's the focus on the power of the snow. So at the beginning it opened with it was snowing again, like it was unrelenting, it's snowing all the time. And then at the end, the power of the snow shows that the snow is actually a bigger entity than Zoe is, because it sweeps her off her feet, it throws her around, and it makes the reader wonder if she's going to survive. The fact that it says in the very last paragraph, very last part of the paragraph, it says the total whiteness, which is like beautiful white snow, faded to grey and then to black, indicating that everything's gone dark. It could be that signifying that she's passed away in the snow, or is it just that she's trapped? So that kind of thing. What has happened? That leads us to wonder what has happened to Zoe. So this is just a nice way of getting your ideas down. 3 parts that you've chosen to talk about, looking at the method for each one and explaining the effect of that method, or where it draws our focus, and how that all leads up to that feeling of tension and suspense. Okay.